Hey, Cowboy Josh, who's your favourite Harry Potter character?
Me.
Wait, no. Who's your favourite Harry Potter character?
Me.
What?
Me.
Okay.
Me.
Okay. Anyway, here are the 7 most interesting Harry Potter characters in my opinion. Woo! I'll be explaining why these characters are so interesting and layered, and why they're also so entertaining for children. Just a warning that there will be spoilers, of course. But if you're one of the 0.1% of people watching this who haven't read the books or watched the films, then... Number 1 is Hagrid. Ooh, I love Hagrid. He's like the BFG. Everyone loves the BFG and everyone loves Hagrid. He's the gamekeeper at Hogwarts School, but during his 3rd year as a student at Hogwarts, he was framed by Tom Riddle, later to become Voldemort. They thought that he released the monster of the Chamber of Secrets, and so he was expelled. His wand was also snapped, but that didn't stop him from doing a cheeky bit of magic here and there. He's also a half giant, and his brother is a full giant, and he stands several times taller than Hagrid, even though Hagrid himself is about 13 feet tall. But there's just something heartwarming about Hagrid, because he's the one who introduced Harry to the wizarding world.
You're a wizard, Harry.
He's the one who started the whole journey and introduced Harry and told him that he was a wizard. He's an absolutely vital character to the series. Number 2 is Dobby. Dobby is a house elf and he's been treated incredibly harshly for his whole life by his masters, the Malfoys. But in the 2nd book, Harry frees Dobby from his slavery to the Malfoys. And now Dobby is a free elf.
Dobby is a free elf.
You better believe it. He's gonna come and he's gonna tell you that he's a free elf. And quite right. He's become a bit of a campaigner for elf freedom, and Dobby saves Harry's life as the classic bonding experience. And I think everyone cried when he died in the 7th book. Cowboy Josh, did you shed a tear when Dobby died?
Maybe.
I don't blame you, mate. Number 3 is Ron. Everyone loves Ron. Everyone was once like Ron, constantly grumpy and in a mood. There are several YouTube compilations of Ron being in a mood. Of course it's not all negative, because Ron saves Harry and Hermione's life several times, and another bonding experience. Ron is great. Nice one, Ron. I'm gonna add on to number 3 and say Hermione as well. 2 characters in one, because they're kind of main characters. The bookish, cleverest, most intelligent witch in the wizarding world. As Snape puts it, an insufferable know-it-all.
You take pride in being an insufferable know-it-all.
Sirius paints her in a better light as the brightest witch of her age.
You really are the brightest witch of your age.
Everyone loves Emma Watson's British accent, of course.
That's totally barbaric.
And I think that the British accent is the most easy accent to make fun of. I lived with a group of Americans for a few months, and they would always make fun of the way that I spoke. Ooh, is it time for tea? Ooh,
Is it time for tea? Oh, good morning, you bloody pigeons.
Number 4, Draco Malfoy. Ooh. The classic school bully. The guy that you always hated at school. Everyone has a Malfoy, and you know exactly who I'm talking about right now in your school. And he's also an elitist.
You'll soon find out that some wizarding families are better than others, Potter. You don't want to go making friends with the wrong sort.
He believes that because of his pure blood, he's basically better than everyone else, beats everyone up, unless you're Hermione. In which case, no. Also, in the 6th book is where things get very interesting, because Draco is at war in his mind, because Voldemort ordered him to kill Dumbledore, but he doesn't believe that he has the guts to do it, but he knows that he has to obey Voldemort, otherwise Voldemort might hurt his family or might kill him. On the astronomy tower where he disarms Dumbledore, that is the moment that the Elder Wand comes under his possession. Even though Snape killed Dumbledore, Snape doesn't own the Elder Wand because Draco disarmed Dumbledore, and so in the 7th book, when Voldemort kills Snape, he doesn't actually gain the powers of the Elder Wand because the Elder Wand was Draco's all along, and that is why Harry is able to defeat Voldemort, because Voldemort doesn't have the full power of the Elder Wand on his side. Sorry, that was a bit of a tangent. Number 5, Dumbledore.
The most powerful wizard of all time.
He appears very gentle and kind, but beneath those wise eyes lies perhaps a very dark past. In a 3-way duel with his brother Aberforth and the dark wizard Grindelwald, he perhaps accidentally killed his only sister. Aberforth even says that Dumbledore sacrificed a lot of things on his journey to power, even his sister Ariana. But he's learnt from his mistakes, and he seems to have an unlimited supply of inspirational quotes.
But you know, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times. If one only remembers to turn on the light.
Number 6 is Sirius Black, a lot of people's favourite character in the whole series. He's painted really well by J.K. Rowling in the 3rd book as someone who is a murderous, evil, corrupt villain. But then Harry discovers that he's actually his godfather, and he's one of the kindest, most even-tempered characters in the whole series. He was friends with James Potter. Sirius, James, Lupin, Peter Pettigrew were all good friends when they were younger. They would also transform into their respective animaguses, and because Lupin was a werewolf, every month when it was full moon, they would go into the Shrieking Shack. They would keep Lupin from doing too much harm. They said that the adventures that they had out of the Hogwarts grounds were the only thing that kept them sane from all of the schoolwork that they had to do. Number 7 is Severus Snape. Absolute favourite character, and there are so many things that have captivated me about him more than any other character. In a similar way to Sirius, he's initially painted as a really horrible, mean, harsh character.
Clearly, fame isn't everything, is it, Mr. Potter?
But the fact that he saves Harry on so many occasions proves that he loves Harry, even though he doesn't like him, because it is possible to love someone even though you don't like them. But why did he love Harry? Because he loved his mother. He fell in love with Lily, but then Harry's dad, James Potter, came along and also fell in love with Lily, and James also bullied Snape. That meant that Snape hated James Potter with a deep, fiery fury, and that is why he has such a love-hate relationship with Harry, because he loved Harry's mother, but he hated Harry's dad. And I love how all this information is revealed about Snape in the 7th book. The whole time you're left guessing whether Snape is actually good or evil, because he's working for Voldemort, but he's also working for Dumbledore. Is he a double agent or a triple agent? But then in one of the last scenes in the 7th book, we discover everything about him, because Voldemort kills him, but just before he dies, Harry grabs the tear to see his whole story. Alan Rickman, who plays Snape, is the only one to whom J.K. Rowling told the ending of the Harry Potter series before the books were even written. Because of that last scene in the 7th book, you can see why he's so overly harsh to Harry. Yet beneath the harshness is a completely different man. A man who loved, but a man who lost everything. There are so many other characters that are incredibly interesting. Of course, Mad-Eye Moody, Neville Longbottom, Bellatrix Lestrange, Voldemort, Harry himself. Who is your favourite Harry Potter character? Comment below. I bet it's not Cowboy Josh, that's for certain. Right?
Hello.
Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, because that would be good. Hit all those buttons. Ooh. Can't find my cat right now, so I can't do an outro properly, but I'll just leave it to Cowboy Josh.
Goodbye. 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 I see you soon. I see you soon. Goodbye. You're amazing. You're amazing. Have a good day. Goodbye. Bye.